Hello, welcome again to course EDU 1120, Introduction to Teaching. We are now into module number 4. Module number 4 is labeled Lesson Plans. In this module, I want you to create 4 different lesson plans for use in a fictional class that you may want to teach someday in the future. Each one of the lesson plans has a definite theme behind it. What I want you to do in each of the lesson plans is to teach a lesson plan in a particular subject, but I want you to use computers as part of your lesson plan. These computers can be activities that the teacher does, or it could be activities that the students do. But I want computers to be an integral part of your lesson plan in this module. The 4 different types of lesson plans we'll be looking at. The first one is I want you to use word processing in your lesson plan in some fashion. Create documents, have students create documents, but work word processing into your lesson plan. Now, I don't want you to teach computer science. That's not the purpose. The purpose of the lesson is not for you to try to teach word processing to first graders. It's to teach a lesson, but using the computer, using word processing. The second lesson plan, I want you to use some sort of digital images. I call this storybook. Create a booklet or handout or a pamphlet of some type or another that you could distribute to the students, or have the students create some kind of little storybook. But have you use some kind of storybook images in that. You can use some of the prepackaged programs, Word, PowerPoint. There's also a lot of software out there available in the digital storyboarding, digital storybook software. You might want to look at some of those and see if you can work some of those into your lesson. Third lesson is I want you to have the students or you use some sort of resources, internet resources, databases, external database to your lesson where the students would actually solve a problem or work on a problem, but using information that they can obtain from the internet. Or you can create your own database if you want to for the students to use in the lesson. The final lesson plan number 4, I want you to use a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is another type of type of computer program dealing primarily with numbers. This can be an exercise in which students gather information and run it through a spreadsheet, or it could be where the teacher maybe would create a spreadsheet and have the students analyze the information in there. But I want you to use spreadsheets somehow in your lesson plan for this number 4. I'll be sharing with you at the bottom of this email. I'll do an attachment where you can see the rubric I'll be using to grade your lesson plans. That way everybody will be on the same page. Now, I want a very intricate, a very detailed lesson plan. I don't want just to put down just one little paragraph saying this is what I'm going to do. I have some very specific parameters I want you to follow, and these will all be explained on the rubric. As you look at it, you'll understand exactly what it is I'm looking for. These will be graded very harshly because I think a lesson plan is the very heart of the teaching process. Those of you that will be entering the classroom in the next few years, you'll find out that lesson plans are very much demanded by the school systems. This will be something that you'll have to do. As you talk to experienced teachers, however, you will find that many of them use very abbreviated lesson plans. You can do that too once you get the experience of creating lesson plans day in and day out. But right now I want you to give me a very detailed lesson plan for these 4 lessons. Also be sure to refer back to module number 3, lesson 4. There were a lot of information in there about student characteristics and behavioral objectives and items like that will become a part of your lesson plans. I guess the biggest problem students seem to have with these lesson plans is distinguishing between a goal and an objective and an activity. These are 3 important components of a lesson plan, so be sure to do a little study on that. You may have to go outside the course and look at some internet sites that helps you explain the difference between a goal, objectives, and activities. All three of these will be required in your lesson plan, but you need to make sure that you have a good understanding of what the purpose of each of these items is. This module is a long module. The first modules 2 and 3 weren't all that long. This module will take us up through the 1st of April. So don't get panicky that you're going to have at least a week to work on each one of these lesson plans. So keep that in mind as well. Again, if you have any questions about this, be sure to drop me a post on the discussion board, and I'll be happy to try to answer it any way that I can. Good luck on the lesson plans. Do your best work. Like I say, I will be grading these pretty severely, so keep that in mind. I really want to see some good work out of you on these 4 different assignments. And also notice the points on these assignments. These are pretty major assignments. These lesson plans will be an integral part of your final points for the course. Again, good luck with lesson plans. We'll talk to you at some later point.